Hey, what's up, guys? This is episode number 7. I'm your host, James Cairns, with Yes You Can Sports. And this is Hockey with Balls. Like I said, episode number 7. We just keep rolling here. I hope you guys are enjoying the episodes. I know some of the feedback is slowed down in regards to what people want to, what to see or what to hear, what you want me to talk about, etc. So, guys, please keep it up. I'd love to know what you guys are thinking. If not, I just go on my own and provide you with the content that I see fit, type of thing. And then people are like, "Why didn't you talk about this? Why didn't you talk about that?" And it's just because I haven't addressed it yet, or it hasn't been brought up yet. So, um, yeah, we're gonna move on here. And so this episode is going to, I'm gonna give you an update on my surgery. Thank you, everyone, for asking. What's going on with that? It's not the best news, but I will get on that. People are interested in my kicks. So I'm not going to go through everything, all the shoes that I have. I have my dailies, but more specifically, this is a show about hockey with balls, ball hockey. So I will stick to my ball hockey shoes, and even those, I won't go through all of them. I probably have about 30 to 40 pairs. All different colorways for different teams I play for, etc. But what I look for specifically, and I will address 3 or 4 of the brand new shoes that are out on the market now that I do have or have copped that I will be playing with, etc. So we'll touch on that. And uh, what were the other ones? Exercises for cardio and what I do and my pet peeves in the game. So we're gonna try and address all of it. These are the most recent questions that I have received. Pet peeves should be fun. um, I'm liked by a few, hated by many. Well, I don't know. I don't know how that goes, but it feels like it sometimes. But I mean, the hate to me, I just take it as jealousy, and that goes for all of you. It's just water off my back type of thing. Doesn't really phase me too much. Uh, I hate when friends. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. All right, all right. So my surgery. I did have a doctor's visit on the 23rd, so very recently, and unfortunately, it didn't go the best. I'm not healing where they needed to see me heal. Um, so my cast got into a plaster cast now, something a little more solid, heavier. It sucks because my abs from the surgery aren't healing properly either, or it doesn't feel like it. I have a constant burning sensation, and some people said it may be a tear or something in my lower abs, which just sucks, man. Because sitting, sleeping, stretching out, like trying to go straight, sneezing, coughing. Oh my god, like the pain is ridiculous. I'm not going to dwell too much on this because I know I keep getting asked about the surgery and I don't want it to become a thing on every episode. So just a quick surgery update. I'm in a solid cast now, or a plaster cast, which sucks. The toe's not healing as fast or as good as we wanted it. So my next visit is in a month, sometime in March. We're hoping at that time that the bone is fused more, and I'll be looking either at an air cast or into shoes. Ideally, I'd love to be into shoes, which symbolizes progress and gets me excited. Right now, it's pretty depressing. I'm not gonna lie. Um, can't stand for long periods of time, stuff like that, and it just sucks. So, anyways, moving on. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I do heal soon and get ready to go and back in the swing of things come April, mid-April, end of April, somewhere around there, sometime in April. All right. So my shoes. All right. So what I'll do, because there isn't an interest in the shoes and the colorways and the shoes I actually use are shoes I pick with purpose. So there is a reason why I choose these type of shoes, and it's all for performance and comfort. It's a lot of injuries. If you hurt your foot, okay, I would know. I have obviously a surgery that I just had in regards to my foot. So not having your feet to use in ball hockey, then you can't play. Okay, so having the proper shoes and grip and comfort and stuff like that, I feel is number one. Um, Number one, and then obviously your sticks, your equipment. You can have a basic helmet to protect you, basic shin pads, gloves. I mean, but your shoes and sticks, in my opinion, are vital. Um, so with the shoes, we're gonna get into it. Um, Here's a pair here. These are the newest mellows. All right. So I love the boxing on these. These shoes are really, really cool. I know I've showed them on a previous episode, but you know, I'll go over it again because they are the newest mellows. These are mellow fives. All right. So I did wear them once. Okay, so they have a little bit of dirt at the bottom, but not much. So I'll explain why I grabbed these. Um, Not only for the look, but as you guys know, um, I've been a huge Mellow fan in regards to performance in ball hockey. Uh, Anything that I feel is a good basketball shoe ends up translating into a very good ball hockey shoe. So if you go online, you check the say the 10 top basketball shoes of 2025 or 2026, you're going to see pairs listed. And then you can do your own research on them and stuff like that. But Mellows actually are not listed in 2025 or 2026. Um, so why do I like them so much? One, because of the designs. They look good. I like that flamboyant look. I like the idea that they stand out and stuff like that. These ones actually sparkle in the light and stuff like that. I don't know if you can see that really, but for me, the main thing is comfort, obviously. So there's a lot of you can see they're brand new. There's a lot of cushion inside, okay, including the bottom here. A lot of cushion. So they have a really thick insole that's really, really cool. I'm not going to rip it out, but it's really, really thick as opposed to a lot of other shoes. And we all know after a while that insole gets worn down a little. So the thicker it is, the better. You can get insoles afterwards and stuff if you really like shoes and the tread's really good and you want to keep them. I'm not saying go out and buy a brand new pair every single time you wear your shoes down a little. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying I have various different shoes that I can switch between, and that's why my shoes end up looking new all the time and stuff like that. It's just the shoe collection. So if I have a pink colorway, I'll have 2 or 3 pairs of pink. Purple, it'll be 2 or 3 pairs of purple. Black, 2 or 3 pairs of black, just so I can cycle between the shoes for the teams I play, and I don't overly use them or wear them out. That's just me. So beside the aesthetics of the shoe, the functionality is key, is number one. So with the cushion inside, feels comfortable. The sole is actually really, really springy. Okay, it's soft, stuff like that. Absorb shock. So when you stop on a dime, slam your foot down, or whatever, it absorbs it. The tread. Okay. This shoe here. Okay, we're gonna get into the sole. Okay, the sole is basically what's connecting you to the ground. This is so important. So even if the shoe looked completely ugly, all right, if it had an amazing tread and width, like here, the wider the better. Okay, and the tread, if it had an amazing tread, amazing width, but the shoe was butt ugly, I'd get it. All right, that's because this is your main contact to the surface. This is what you want to be the best on the shoe. Okay, so when you're looking for the best, you're looking for the width, like I said, and the tread. The tread, having all different patterns like this, all different ways that the tread goes, is ideal. Okay, you can see it goes all the way through, all the way into the heel here. All right, it actually comes around the side as well, through here, and on the instep. All right, comes right up on the toe, along here. Okay, and why that's essential, especially in ball hockey, right? More tread, different pattern ways, it's going to grip better on the ground. Okay, when it has an insole or an instep here, okay, that has grip, and it comes around like that on the toe, it's better when you're pushing off. See that? It's better for grip when you're pushing off. So your lateral movement, your takeoff, your lateral movement, and as well as shots. You're not sliding in your shot. So when you wind up and you're putting that front foot forward, right? You're gonna get the base, or the insole here is gonna stop you, and you're gonna push and follow through with your shot, and you're gonna get more strength on your shot. You're not just gonna shift and slide, right, on the ground, and slide into your shot, right? Because then you're gonna lose power, okay, and accuracy, right? So that's why I love the mellows. Mellow 1s, 2, 3, 4, and these are now 5s. Okay, they're all the same. This one has a little more of the insole, the instep for you, which I absolutely love. The shoe is actually really light. It looks clunky. It's light. Even the straps here, right, are very light. They're very like they're flimsy, right? They're nothing. They keep your foot in place. These are a mid. So there's lows, mids, and highs. These are a mid, so it helps give you a little protection around the ankle, a little more stability, a little more support. Some people like lows, some people like mids, some people like highs. I personally like highs, but I will settle for a mid or a low, depending on the shoe and what that brings, okay? And what the shoe can do, like, performance-wise for me. Okay, the width of this shoe, so all mellows are the exact same width, okay? The exact same width being, if we grab a tape measure here, we're gonna go from the fattest part to the fattest part. So right there to there. Okay, we're looking at 4.5 inches. Okay, so that's on a size 11. I wear size 11, so obviously it's gonna vary in proportion to your sizing, your foot. But all shoes are gonna be proportioned to your height and your size of your foot, pretty much. So you're not gonna find a lot of guys that are 6'1" like myself in a size 8 with smaller feet, right? So it's gonna be in pretty good proportion to what you are, like, at your height. So 6 foot, 6'1", you're looking at 10s and a half, and 11s. Guys with bigger feet or whatever are gonna get more tread and stuff like that at your height. So obviously smaller players are gonna have smaller feet, but it's gonna be in proportion to your height, and that's the style of shoe you're going to end up having, and it's going to obviously vary the width depending on the size of shoe that you have. So that was a 4.5 for the width of that shoe. So it's pretty much a standard 4.5. It's anything less with 4, like with a 4-inch uh, base there on your pad of your foot, it's going to be very susceptible to rolling your ankle, and that's why I use a wider sole. In ball hockey, we already know there's a lot of lateral movement, and even like physicality, pushing, bumping. Some in some levels at higher levels, there's even some hitting and stuff like that. You don't want to roll your foot or your ankle. Okay, that's just going to set you back. It's going to set you out of the game, um, and then you got to recover from that, and it's just a whole process. We know that. So little things like that, helping prevent an injury like that, is huge. Okay, we're gonna move on to a pair of Napper sixes, AK6s that I have. Okay, so those were the Puma Mellow 5s. These are the Napper AK6s. All right. Shout out to Napper for a pair of these. Okay, these are really, really cool. Okay, I love these. All right, let's see if we can get a little glare. They've got some shine to it, so as you guys can see, they're brand new. Um, these are low cut shoes. So being low cut, I'm more inclined to wear mids or highs, but I will be using these eventually or very soon. I'm actually looking to customize these and paint them. So with gold. So with these, I can address other issues with shoes that you want to look for, and we'll start with these as well. Some new things, because these do have features that are integral to ball hockey, especially if you're playing outdoor ball hockey as well. So again, we'll start with the the padding and the cushioning. Okay, so all around the ankle here is really, really well padded, like very, very well. The sole, the insole, is actually thin. Okay, so with wear and stuff like that, they're gonna wear in pretty quickly, and with the sweat and stuff like that at your foot. Uh, and that's another thing we'll address is ventilation in the foot. Okay, there's a lot of on these. There's a lot of kind of like a plasticky, not plastic, like a rubbery kind of material. Okay, which is great for durability. It's great for durability, but with all this in it, there's not too many areas to breathe as far as ventilation for your foot. So again, your foot's going to get really sweaty in these, and they are going to wear down on your insole. Your heel's going to end up pressing and compressing that insole and getting thin. So I'd highly recommend when the shoe or the sole gets worn in on the inside here, I'd highly recommend getting a thicker insole. Okay, because it's going to absorb some of the shock. Okay, because the actual heel here as well. Okay, it's a hard rubber. Okay, it's not a soft rubber; it's a hard rubber, not like the mellows, and you're not going to get as much absorption from the shock as well. So it's going to end up having to come from your insole. So when I actually do start wearing these, I'm probably going to replace the actual insole to something a little thicker, just to improve the comfort. Right? I mean, it's a great looking shoe. Okay, with the gold and the white especially, it's like godlike, right? It's very, very cool. We'll get into the toe here. Okay, it's like a rubber. It's a softer rubber, but it is rubber, so that's going to add protection to your toes from slashing, whacking the ball and stuff, especially the tip here. There's a really nice hard rubber here that's really going to help protect your foot. I would have liked to seen this a little, like maybe this toe, this hard plastic or hard rubber, come up along the inside of the big toe here more on an angle, and maybe this either a mesh or some sort of ventilation, because really your foot's only going to breathe the most through here, through the tongue. Even these side ones, they look like they would be mesh, but they're actually rubber as well. So I mean, if this was mesh, your foot would be breathing a lot more through there, and would keep your foot cool. And because it's already got the harder rubber there. And same with the heel. There's the idea that there's ventilation here in the heel. If you can see that, I don't know if I can get rid of the glare. Right here, there's the idea that your foot's going to breathe there, but it's just closed off rubber. Okay. So the toe protection is going to be great, obviously, with that hard. Like I said, I would have just liked to see it come, like, instead of here, maybe right across here to protect the big toe. A lot of the slashes or ball play is inside here. Okay, and then maybe more ventilation in here, or even have the rubber come right around higher, and then just ventilation, some sort of mesh or something up here. Would have been very cool. We'll get into the sole. These soles are actually incredible. Okay, so for a lot of people that play on sports floors, that's that tile floor, this hard rubber is actually really, really good. So it's sticky, it feels sticky, right? And these like grooves and stuff like that, all the variants of all the grooves and stuff like that in the actual shoe are all gonna help with your grip on the floor. So kudos to Napper for thinking that out. That's very, very clever. They're actually really, really deep too. Okay, they come up a little bit on the toe or on the instep here. I would have liked to seen them come a lot higher, right? So that you'd have the same kind of grip along here, and it also would be included into that plastic, or not the plastic, the rubber, the hard rubber that protects your toe. So the instep could have came a little higher here, just based on ball hockey experience and knowing that you need that lateral grip on your instep. Okay. The shoe itself, the sole, we're gonna measure it again. So very similar to the Puma Mellows. Okay. 4.5 inches, which is great. So that's their standard as well, is the 4.5 inches there. It looks like it flares out a little here, but actually it does, but not enough. I would like to see more of an edge, like an edge making it wider, so that there's the anti-roll, so you don't roll your ankle. That would have been really cool too. I think it's a great shoe. With these grooves here too. For some of you, look how deep these are. Like, I can actually move them. They're so deep. And what that actually helps with is if you wear these on the outdoor floors, sports floors, if it rains or there's condensation, stuff like that, it actually helps with the grip. The water, just like a car tire, the water gets in these treads and shoots out, right? And you actually get more stabilization, more rubber from the sole making contact with the surface. Okay, so I've talked to people. I haven't tried these out obviously in the rain yet. These are brand new. I've talked to people that have worn these in the rain, and they say they're absolutely great. So they don't need to purchase the rain covers and stuff like that to use. They actually use these in the rain, and they say they actually have really good grip, and you get that all through the toes too. Like look at that, like deep grooves, right? And it's a harder rubber sole, so sure, it compromises a little bit in the cushion and the shock absorption, but it absorbs or gets rid of the water from slipping under your shoe as much. So again, cushion for your foot or your sole, shock absorption, I would just go with a thicker insole type of thing. Again, these are brand new, never worn. So these are one of the newest Napper shoes. I don't know what they got coming out recently, but this is the newest one that was available, just like the Mellow 5s. Okay. Another thing too I wanted to actually mention is if you have something like on the toe where it's more of a harder rubber, not only does it help protect your toe from ball play and from slashes and stuff like that in your feet, but some of us slide, and when you're sliding to block shots or getting down on one knee, blocking a shot and stuff like that, what happens is this makes contact on the floor. One of your toes or whatever will drag kind of on the floor, and it wears, right? It tears the shoe apart. So if it had a little bit of rubber here, and that goes for the Mellows, it goes for any shoes. If it, when I'm looking for them, I'm looking for something that comes up here too, that helps protect the toe, as well as any wear and stuff like that from the floor, from the surface, from dragging my foot through block shots. I am a defenseman, so I go down a lot to block shots. So overall, great shoe. It does need a little more refined, like a little more work from being an ultimate ball hockey shoe. I'd like to see these offered in either a mid or a high top as well. That'd be pretty awesome. I think you'd get a lot of sales and stuff like that. Napper, let me design a shoe for you. I'm telling you, I'm going to design you the ultimate ball hockey shoe, right? These are also really lightweight, right? So even though there's a lot of rubber and stuff like that, they're actually really, really light. So I like them. I can't wait to give them a try and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the Napper AK6s. Okay, so with I only have 3 of the 4 shoes of my new shoes here with me. One is on order, so I'm waiting for that to come in. Actually, they're called if any of you want to look them up, they're called the 361 Joker 2 high tops. Okay, so 361 Joker 2 high tops. I do have a pair on the way that I'm excited about, and I got them in a purple colorway, kind of like the Joker colors, purple and green and stuff like that. For my Ducks team, our jerseys are going to be purple, so it's going to match. It's going to look good, and hopefully they're comfortable. I've heard nothing but great things, reviews about them, read great reviews about them, stuff like that. So I'm actually excited to get a pair and try them on and see what they're all about. But we're going to move on to the third pair that I have here with me out of all my new shoes and up-to-date shoes. So these are actually okay. So my boy Jake Archibald, he put me on to Way of Wade. Okay, so Way of Wade, I did a little research on them, stuff like that. I was looking into them before, but I didn't kind of invest my time into looking them up and knowing all about them until I saw him wearing a pair for Team Canada Worlds in Dominican, and they looked great. And I saw the soles on them. The grip looked amazing. The shoe, the tread. I was like, okay, those look pretty sick. So I checked them out. I invested more time into looking into them. I actually copped a pair. I bought a pair of All Cities. They're Way of Wade All City 13 Encores. Since I bought them on the way to delivery, Way of Wade 14s came out. Way of Wade All City 14s came out. Encore 14s. So there is a newer style, but they have basically the same sole design. So it's very, very similar. Not much variances in regards to the newer shoe. Just looks, the aesthetics, stuff like that. So I'll show you a pair of these. Okay, these are them here. The white. I gotta maybe get away from some of this glare here. They are brand new, so the glare is gonna mess it up. There we go. You can see a little bit better. All right. So definitely not an ugly shoe. At least I don't think so. Right. Very, very cool. I got them in this colorway only because it's similar to a team I'll be playing for, Niagara Rage for NBHL for the Legends. They're lime green, black, and white. So what I'm gonna end up doing with these ones, I'm gonna actually customize them and change all this highlighter yellow. I'm gonna turn into neon green or lime green, right? So we'll get into this shoe really quick. I don't want to oversaturate the podcast with talking about my shoes, but I'm just trying to explain why I grab certain shoes or what I'm looking for, that I just don't go out and grab random shoes and stuff like that, that I actually research them and look into it, because obviously I want the best on my feet as well. And it's a situation where for ball hockey, you don't want to spend a lot of money, right? Obviously, people don't want to spend a lot of money, so that's up to you. It's up to your budgets or whatever. I like to keep everything around $100 for a pair of ball hockey shoes. Obviously, I go above the $100 marks with some of these shoes that I buy, but if I can find shoes on sale that fit the mold that I'm looking for, then I'll definitely wait for sales and grab them, or I'll just buy them if they're brand new and it's like the newest thing, and I have a little extra money to do it. Okay. I have not worn these. Obviously, they're brand new as well. Still got the shit inside, brand new. Okay. Shoe looks great to me. It is a lower cut shoe. Okay, it's between a low cut and a mid cut. Does provide some ankle support here and stuff like that, or ankle protection, but not much, which is not typical of the shoe I get. I will admit, I look for mids and highs, as I mentioned before. But why did I grab these? Okay, so the tongue of this shoe is actually like a bee comb. It's all ventilated. Like, it's absolutely, you could see right through it. Like, it's thin. Okay, you get a little more padding up here where you get wax, stuff like that. The ball may hit, stuff like that, which is very, very cool, right? Obviously, in basketball, you don't have to worry about a basketball hitting you there. So it's kind of cool that it's really, really thin, honeycomb style ventilation through here, but the tongue is actually thick. Okay, so it gives you a little protection up top. Okay. In the toe here, okay, so you see these 3 circles in the toe here, there's actually ventilation in the toe. So for the heat to come out, has an actual ventilation for the heat from your foot to come out here, helping to make keep your foot drier, right? And there's a hard rubber all the way around here that comes right up into the design here, which is also a hard rubber. Okay, so even in here, it's in here too. It's all in here, right? So it doesn't look like it, but those are actually 2 different materials. So here is actually a mesh kind of material for your foot to breathe as well, but then you got a hard rubber going all the way around here. Like even the cutout here is in the hard rubber, right? So that's gonna help as far as protecting your toe from ball play and from slashes and stuff like that. Okay. So the instep here, okay, you can see it comes up. Okay, they did a great job designing the shoe. Okay, it's hard here. It's hard, right? Obviously, it needs to be worked in. These are brand new. But the instep right here, it's right there, right? So it's right where your ball of your foot, or your big toe is going to actually make contact, right? And give you a little more grip. So you're not going to slip as much and stuff like that. So when you're making lateral movements and adjustments, and you're moving side to side and stuff like that, it's going to help. It's going to give you more torque, more power to push off, right? Which is actually ultimately going to help with your speed as well as your agility, right? Keeping you stationary. The sole itself, as you guys can see, okay, it's got a ton of different patterns here. There's even extra here. Again, where I said you push off with your big toe, okay, it's going the total opposite direction. Like they're all going this way. They're actually pretty deep grooved. They're all going this way, so it's going to give you that power, that explosive power to push off, right? And then going forward or backwards, stuff like that. You got the tread going like this way. It's more of a pattern going into here where you don't use your foot as much. Okay. There's a little pattern here too with the logo. Into a sole which has different patterns all over here, right? It's going to give you, and it comes up along the side here, which is going to give you that stopping, that shock absorption. Okay, they're actually right here. Okay, you can see it's actually squishing. They're soft. These the heel in the rubber is actually perforated, so it allows air. So when you're putting pressure down, it allows air to escape and allows you to absorb more shock. So that's a great feature. Really cool idea to perforate the soles and the rubber like that so that the air can escape and add more cushion. Very smart. You actually have more ventilation. It actually goes into the heel of the shoe here. So around your ankle where you're gonna sweat, it actually ventilates. Okay, you got on the inside too. It's all through here. It's perforated on the inside here too. Okay. The width. Look at the width. Okay, it's actually wider than any other shoe that I have right now, and you'll see it flares out here. It's got like little rubbery areas here where it flares out. Okay, if we go to measure the shoe at its widest points, it's almost 5 inches, or it is. It's very close to 5 inches. Okay, so it's even wider. So I'm actually really excited to try these. This is going to prevent that little flare that comes out here. It's going to prevent you from rolling your ankle. Okay, it's going to be very hard to go over that way, right? And that's where you're going to do most damage. Some people roll on the inside, not many though. It's always like you roll outwards, right? You step on someone's foot or step awkwardly backwards and you roll that way. This is going to help stabilize that and stabilize your foot and prevent ankle rolls. Okay. Going back to the inside here, the sole, the insole, it's not that thick. Yeah, it's not that thick, but I think the reasoning behind that is because there's so much cushion with the different material. Like, look at that. Like, it's actually like a sponge. There's so much cushion in the outer sole, in the heel, that I don't think they really thought you needed more on the inside. There's tons of cushioning around the ankle. I like the high back here to protect your Achilles and give you support in your Achilles. That's going to come right over the back of your heel, and it looks like it's fit like perfect to someone's heel, right? It's going to give you protection from any wax from behind, from stick work, etc. I mentioned here that's hard plastic, or not hard plastic, but a hard rubber here too, which is going to help again with ball play, side of your foot, blocking shots, stuff like that. So I would have loved to have these in a high top or even a mid. Like I said, it's a low to mid cut. It would have been awesome to have these in a high cut, or the option of having these in a high cut shoe. Like, seriously, I'm excited. Can't wait to customize them as well and put that lime green on and replace all of the highlighter. I might not be able to replace the highlighter yellow on the sole, because the sole is the hardest part. You have to use dyes and stuff like that whenever you're customizing like soles on shoes, and some soles you just can't. Even if you dye it, it just looks like it's all peeling and cracking, and it just doesn't work, right? So that's why I got the highlighter yellow color, because even if I just do from here up or everything else lime green, and then it's got the highlighter yellow sole, it'll actually look pretty cool. The variant in colors. So yeah, that's the Way of Wade Encore 13s, All City Encore 13s. Really, really cool. Looking forward to that. I think they're a great looking shoe. Oh, there's ventilation here too. I forgot to say there's ventilation on the inside here too. So right where your arc of your foot is, where it gets all sweaty and stuff in a shoe. So it's very breathable shoe. It should be really cool. It comes in a really cool box. It's like a lunar landing, like your foot on the moon type of thing, right? And their slogan too is pretty cool. Um, well, it says mission number 13 of all cities, so it is the moon. I like what it say, this the saying too. Make your own way, cause it's hard. I love it. I love it. It's so true, and it's so fitting in regards to me. I mean, I always feel like I've paved my own way, and no handouts and stuff like that when it comes to ball hockey. So, yeah, um, pave your own way, take your own path. Those are the variants of shoes. So check out wayofwade.com. Shout out to them as well for the shoes, and I love them. So great job, guys, at Way of Wade. Very, very cool. So we're gonna get into my exercises for cardio, and and how to get good. All right, so that was it kind of made me laugh when someone says, "How do I get good?" All right, get good, son. um, Not everyone is born good, including myself. There's some people that I think are just born with natural talent or are gifted athletes and stuff like that. Others have to work hard. That's me, to a T. You have to work hard. So that means practice, 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 practice. So all aspects of your game, wherever you feel like you're lacking, is where you're gonna want to practice. Some of you have girlfriends or wives and stuff like that that record your games or record you when you're playing. So when they're recording you as you're playing, um, are you going back and actually watching? Are you actually watching what you're doing? Not just, oh, I look good there. Ooh, look like I had hands there. Ooh, that was a nasty dangle. Nice shot. Blah, blah, blah. Are you actually looking to see what you're not doing? Are you evaluating your own game? You see NHLs do it all the time. They're on the bench with the iPads and they're reviewing the play. What could I have done there? What should I have done? Where was the opening? What did I miss? They're not saying, "Oh, I had a great goal there." Sometimes they are. Sometimes you'll see a player sit there and laugh and say, "Ooh, nasty sniper, that was gross." Like it's fun to evaluate yourself and to see stuff like that too, and to see the highlights. Let's face it, we all like to see highlights of ourselves and us doing good. But more importantly, as players, we're most critical of ourselves, and that translates into our game. And for me, it's always a struggle for me to think about the next play or to get over a bad play. Um, I've been trying my best to not dwell on it, and a lot of you guys that know and play with me, you guys know I'll dwell. If I missed an opportunity, I'd be like, "Shit, I should have had that goal, man," and then it gets in my head and stuff like that. No, it's just on to the next. There'll be another opportunities and more opportunities. You got to be in the best position, and the next time you do create an opportunity or you're involved in an opportunity, try and take the advantage. And so when your wife or girlfriend or friend or whoever is recording your games, ask them for a copy. It's just not to post and stuff like that. It's actually evaluate yourself and and see where you need to work on. So if it's hands, if you don't have the greatest hands and you're just more north south, chip the ball, get a shot on net and stuff like that. You don't know what to do within traffic. Work on your hands, work on stick handling, whether watching TV, keeping your head up, getting familiar with the ball, the way it feels on your stick. It's all just practice, 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 practice. Okay. If there's certain aspects of your game that work for you, you're gonna want to keep working on those, but you're gonna want to evolve your game and learn different things as well. So maybe a spin move transitioning into a ball flip past a guy, or spinning off of a guy and protecting it, putting the one arm out to protect it. Maybe spinning and not having total control. Maybe spinning, tapping the ball ahead a little bit in your spin to get more distance or more space. It's little things like that, variants of moves and stuff like that that help progress your game, and what help work in certain situations and what doesn't work in certain situations. If you're always spinning off a guy and they're always stopping you, why are you going to keep doing it? Right? It's just doesn't make sense. You're doing it because that's all you know how to do. So add more vocab, add more substance to your game, by trying different moves and maybe even emulating what other people do. I do it all the time. I ask people, "Hey, what would you do in this situation?" Or "I saw what you did there. That was sick." Blah 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 blah. Like, I'm gonna try and work on that. Like, people that know me, they hear from me all the time. If I see something that I don't know, and then I'm not gonna emulate it and not, give respect to whoever actually pulls that move off or does that move, or does it on a continuous basis, is a threat with it. Like, I'll actually say, nice move, right? I'll say it on the floor too. Nice move, bro. You beat me. Like, that was a great move. Or you got away from me and I couldn't catch you, or, whatever. So yeah, practice, practice, practice. That's all I have to say. Find any time if you're really serious about the sport and you want to progress and play higher levels and stuff like that. It's all about the practice. My cardio, what I like to do for cardio is, one is play a lot. So you guys know I'll play a lot. I'll play for a lot of teams, keep my cardio up. So if I'm playing 3-4 times a week, it's going to keep my cardio up. In ball hockey, there's a lot of stop and go. So wind sprints are huge. So if you can increase your cardio through wind sprints, so if you're on that floor, doing suicides, right? So going from one line to one line. If someone doesn't know what a suicide is, that's going from, say, goal line to blue line back to goal line, from goal line to center, back to the goal line, from goal line to the opposing blue line, back to the goal line, and then goal line to the other goal line and back to the goal line. Doing stuff like that helps increase your cardio. I play a lot, so it's hard for me to do it, but I do it. You'll actually catch me going out on a Saturday afternoon when the rink's empty. I'll go and do my cardio. I'll do suicides. I'll do laps around the rink, because that's the area you're playing in. So you want to optimize your performance or your cardio for the area that you're playing in. So I'll do it on a 5-on-5, knowing that my cardio is going to be through the roof for 4-on-4 or 3-on-3, right? So those are just things I'll do. So, hopefully I see a bunch of you guys out on the floor doing suicides and doing laps at the rink. If not, if that's not your thing, going to a gym and doing some jogs on the treadmill, stair climber, bike, it all helps. That's what I do as well. I'm at the gym. I usually use the bike. I don't like a lot of strain on my back and my knees, because I do enough as it is playing. So what I like to do is use the stair climber a little, and which causes stress on your knees, and more importantly, I use the bike. So bike, and then I use the actual surface of the floor to do cardio work. And we'll move on quickly. So that's what I do there, guys. And my pet peeves in the game. So in a game I'm playing, I'm assuming that's what that means. Great question. My pet peeves. All right, so in a game, it's complaining to the refs constantly. That's number one. Like, I hate that shit. Like, what are you doing? Like, every single play, every single time you're out on the floor, you're complaining about something. Oh, you missed that, or or you didn't score a goal or whatever, or you tripped over the blue line. You're trying to blame someone else. Like, I hate that garbage. Like, and you're looking at the ref. Like, what do you want the ref to do? Right? Like, stay on your feet, man. Like, um, so yeah, complaining to the ref constantly. That's one of them. Uh, okay, yeah, this is a good one too. Playing the body. So you're gonna hit me in the corner, try and take the ball. But when I hit you or bump you or push you, you're gonna start crying. You're gonna whine, "Hey ref, ref!" Blah, blah, blah. I hate that. Like, what are you doing? Why are you gonna come play me hard? Battle with me. Give me a couple of whacks, body me into the boards, and as soon as I make contact with you in any way, whether it's a hand push, I use my shoulder or whatever on you, you're gonna start crying. Okay, I see it all the time. It's not just with me. I see it all the time. I'll watch guys go in to the corner, bump a guy off the ball, knock him off, lift their stick, make a great play, right? Get the ball, make a pass. Then the guy comes, same thing, comes back to the same play, lifts his stick, bumps him, and it's, oh, ref, what? And you end up on the floor or whatever, and you start whining to the refs. Like, seriously? And the worst part is, some of these refs fall for it, right? And that really gets on my nerves because you just saw the play before. Now, a bigger guy's doing it, maybe back, and the littler guy's following after the littler guy just ran the bigger guy, and he's just flopping on the ground. You're going to call it. You're going to call interference or body contact or roughing. It's ridiculous sometimes, right? So I hate that. It's a piss off, especially me being a defenseman. I am physical. I can never play the level I play at a world level or tier one, obviously in lower levels because it's just not the same. It's guys are crying all the time and stuff like that. It's hard. It's frustrating as a player. So you have to play within the confines of that game or the context of that game, and gotta kind of feel it out and judge it. But I hate that. Why come body me or slash me or whack me and stuff like that if I do it back to you and you start crying or trying to sell it? And last but not least, probably people doing extra. You're just doing too much out there. Like, seriously. Like, what are you doing? You're coming, you're bodying me, like I said before, and all of a sudden I push you or body you back, and all of a sudden, oh, like you got shot. Or, oh my God, what are you doing? Or you have an issue, you start running your mouth or whatever. Like, you're doing too much, bro. Like, quiet, noise it. Like, seriously. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I can think off the top of my head, I'm not going to name them, but there is a player that just gets under my skin with it. Like, he plays a higher level. He thinks he's a superstar, I'm assuming. Maybe not. He's a good player, though. I will give him credit. He is a good player. He's a good, tier 3 type player, solid tier 3 player, borderline tier 2 player. But every time, like, he loves to mix it up. He loves to get in there and get grimy and talk shit. But as soon as you talk shit to him or you bump him or do something he doesn't like, it's like, oh, like you got shot or oh my God, what are you trying to do? Kill me? And stuff like that. This is only ball hockey, and oh my God, like, what are you doing? Like, just stop. You're so extra, man. Like, and to me, that's a real piss off because I go on the floor and I like to play hard. So I'll play harder against better players. And like I said, this individual, he's a good player. Like, I'm going to play hard against good players, right? And I pick and choose. So if I see a certain player on the floor, I'm going to pick and choose, like, how I'm going to play that player, right? If I know he's a finesse player, he's going to try and dangle me and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm going to stick to the body more. Being a defensive-minded player, I want to be defensively sound because I don't want to get beat and look bad, right? It happens. It happens to everyone. It happens to the best of the people. You can have the best defenseman in the world, even in the NHL level or world level, and they'll get dangled, every once in a while or whatever. It's how they play people. So if you're a better player, and I know you're a better player on the team, I'm going to play you harder, okay? Whether you like it or not, that's your problem. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna play you the way I know how to play you, and try and prevent you from either setting up a play or getting a goal. That it's plain and simple, right? So if you're that better player, if you know you're good, why are you doing all the extras? Why are you doing the drama, the just trying to do too much on the floor? You're like, you know what? Like, relax. Like, keep your mouth shut. Play hard, right? Take it to me then. If I'm in a body, I'm not just saying for me. I watch it all over. Like, I don't play for every single team, so when I'm watching other teams play, I see it in those games too, where you know a guy will get the ball chipped by him, the guy will get ran over, put on the ground, go away and have a scoring chance, you know, either score or miss the net or whatever. Then that player gets up and just tries to run him like you're trying to kill the guy. Like, what are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing? You got your ego hurt, like your pride hurt, like get yourself off the floor, dust yourself off, go play the guy hard, right? Get the ball back for your team, right? You don't have to go out there and take a penalty, go kill a guy, slash the guy, and stuff like that. It just doesn't make sense, right? It just shows me your hockey IQ. You know, that stuff happens all the time, right? There's been times I reach for the ball or whatever, I stumble forward, the guy gives me a little shove, I fall forward. Do you think I go back after him, try and kill a guy? No. I get up, go after where the ball is, whatever, or cover my man, right? The closest man to me. It's just, I'm there for my team. I'm not there for personal vendettas and stuff like that. Sure, if I take a slash or an intentional, like a punch to the face or something like that, sure, I'm going to retaliate. It's a given, okay? I stand on business. Like, all 10 toes. You punch me in the face, you give me a slash or whatever intentionally, I'm coming at you, okay? It's irrelevant to me, especially league play. I'm coming at you. I take it more, especially when the refs got it as a penalty. I take it more at the world level or tier 1 level. I'll take that stuff. But if I'm playing with my friends for fun and stuff like that, and guys are slashing me or go to punch me, like, just know it's on. You step in the paint, bro. Like, you're gonna get your ones. Drop the gloves. Let's go. All right. So it's just the people that do too much. That's another one. Or go in, dangle. You're a great player or whatever. You're dangling. You're a finesse player. You're one of the pivotal guys for your team. And you just do stupid things like you didn't score, so you're gonna go and slash the goalie or slash the guy behind the net or grab him or punch him or cross check him. Well, you're a pivotal player on your team. You're a good player. Why are you doing this type of shit? It doesn't make sense to me. So that's gonna be it for now, guys. I appreciate it. These are all actual requests for me to touch on in regards to episode 7. For episode 8, no one's actually provided any info. Oh, actually, no, they did. Someone wanted me to explain 4-on-4. I wasn't gonna explain 3-on-3. And 4-on-4 back-to-back episodes, but maybe next episode we'll go 4-on-4. If anyone else, anything else they'd like to hear from me or want to hear me talk about, send it to me. I don't care anymore about the politics and stuff behind it. I won't go and out people and name people and stuff like that unless they want to be named or it's okay to name them. I mentioned Jake earlier, put me onto the Way of Wade shoes. You know, I don't think he'd be upset that I mentioned that he put me on to Way of Wade shoes. If he is, Jake, I apologize. DM me, bro. Let me know. But yeah, that was just me talking off the top of my head. But yeah, anything you guys want to hear or want me to talk about, please send me a message or Ken, Yes You Can Sports, and we'll get to it. All right, guys, so that's episode number 7 of Hockey with Balls. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.